It's the in-form Bunnies who won 4 of their last 5, playing host to the Newcastle Knights this evening at this venue as Adam O'Brien lays down the law. He's been working on his defence in recent weeks. Now he wants the attack to flourish against the Bunnies here this afternoon. It's a big game, Corey Parker. Both teams are 1 through 17 and a significant day for one of your former representative teammates, Aidan Guerra, who plays his 200th game today in the NRL.
Yeah, should be a fantastic game, shouldn't it? 5th place Knights up against the 6th place South Sydney Rabbitohs, and Aidan Guerra, as you mentioned, 200 games in the NRL. Spent a lot of time over at the Roosters before coming to Newcastle. When you talk about teammates, he's one guy you want to have beside you, and you can see the respect that he has from those around him. To know that Aidan Guerra's beside you, know he's not going to let you down. Played in many a game with the man they call Doss, or Goat.
And he made his debut against South Sydney way back in 2010 as a Rooster. So a decade on, it's 200 games. South Sydney, of course, no Latrell Mitchell out through suspension. They've got some injury victims as well. Campbell Graham, Liam Knight out. So a bit of a reshuffle from Wayne Bennett, and it means that Alex Johnston will play in the fullback role this evening.
Yeah, first start back in the fullback role. He's played a lot of games at fullback. No Latrell Mitchell, as you said. A different type of player to Latrell. Gets across the grass quite quickly. Heavily involved, Alex Johnson. And Jackson Paulo on debut, the young kid.
There's the super coach, big night as well. 850th game as an NRL coach for Wayne Bennett. Goes all right in milestone games too. He lost his 50th and 100th, lost the 500th, lost the 750th, but he's won the other 13.
It's incredible. It really is. 34 years he's been in the game coaching. The old fox there, the old gunslinger. I wonder what's going through his mind as game 850.
Maybe he's reflecting on that question from Kevy Walters pre-game. Who's the best player you've ever coached and why is it me? Said Kevy. But here come the Knights. 5-3 record with that draw thrown in as well. The milestone man, Aidan Guerra, with the honour of leading his team out tonight. Of course, Mitchell Pearce is the captain. And they have a great record against South Sydney historically, 26 wins to 16. But in recent times, only 1 win in the last 10 for the Knights as South Sydney have dominated.
A really nice touch there for Aidan Guerra to lead his troops out. Adam O'Brien grabbed me earlier before the game. He just mentioned that that'll be the case in respect of game 200. Really nice gestures. The South Sydney Rabbitohs now come out on the Bank West.
So Johnston in the 1. Latrell Mitchell, number 1 in the comp for line break assists. Can Johnston slot in, attacking left and right, and provide those try assists? As Corey mentioned, a lot of experience in that fullback role. He's no stranger to it. Should get his hands on it early as well, because South Sydney will receive the footy. And the youngster will be looking to get involved as well. Jackson Paulo, the 20-year-old Kiwi, is on debut today. The suspension of Latrell Mitchell opened up a spot, of course. He's a former Titans lower grader who joined the Bunnies last year. So look out for him on the left wing. No doubt a very nervous young man right now.
Plenty of focus on that man right there, Ponga. 1 line break, 77 average run meters.
After the false start, we're underway in a Super Saturday matchup to savour. Top 4 on the line if Newcastle can win. South Sydney looking to solidify their spot in the top 8. They can leapfrog the Knights if they get the chocolates. Junior Totola has been racking up the run metres as a starting front rower, 150 metres last week against the West Tigers. There's Ethan Lowe playing on that left edge. And a little sloppy one. A mistake from Ethan Lowe, I think, before Damien Cook picked it up in the dummy half roll. Ethan Lowe looking at the grippo saying it's all gone amiss.
Yeah, just a bobble in the play the ball there for Ethan Lowe. We see there, they've got plenty of ball grip on their hands, these guys. They spray it on before they run out. And that there actually stuck to the hand as opposed to rolling under the foot. The Newcastle Knights will have first opportunity in this game. Set out to the left with Ponga and Pearce.
Kurt Mann feeds it. Fired quickly to the left-hand side. Ponga looking to get around them. And James Roberts able to hold on. So good ball for Newcastle. And they've been critics of their use of the good ball in recent weeks. Only 4 points against Parramatta last week as Guerra sets them up. Now they go left, and a great read defensively from Reynolds just to slow things down. Referee keeping a good 10 metres early on. Plenty of room for these teams to move here as Clemmer. They make sure there's no offload there from the offload king so far in 2020. Now Mann, right-hand side. Here comes Ponga. And a one-on-one tackle made by Gagai, who's shifted back to left centre after that hat-trick last week. And there's the handover.
Yeah, good defensive set there from South Sydney early in this game. Moga just getting caught with the ball. Some really good signs from Carlin Ponga. Got his hands on the ball twice in that set. Had a run himself.
Stand. Hold. Go.
And Murray looking for a trademark.
Wait.
Quick play of the ball.
Go 3. Lachlan.
Good metres on offer for both teams in these opening exchanges. Now Burgess up towards halfway. Been a lovely day weather-wise in Sydney. Chance for the teams to throw it around tonight. Kick from Walker. The youngster getting there to challenge, but a good confident take from Hymel Hunt on the right wing. Great to see Moga back-to-back games for him after all those injury dramas, the 4 knee recos. Just told to go back and play it. Almost overrun it. First start in a long time for Jacob Saifidi with his twin brother out, and Newcastle get expansive early on. Tuala took on the fullback. Good tackle made by Johnston. Quick play the ball though. It is the last for Pearce to go crossfield. Moga getting there. Walker with the safe take, and he protected the footy well.
Yeah, it was an excellent pass, wasn't it, from Pearce to realise the right-hand edge was in and up. Double faked it and went to the long ball to Tuala.
Good signs, Hannah Hollis, that Newcastle prepared to throw the ball around early. These conditions are good.
Oh, good evening, Speedy. It is pitch perfect on the sideline. The track looks great. Newcastle paying close attention on arrival. This is their first game at the venue in 2020. There's no breeze down here. It's not even that cold. We've got a milestone game for Aidan Guerra and Wayne Bennett. It's a top 8 clash, and it's only on Foxley.
Be interesting to see how the half unfolds for the Newcastle Knights. Already a couple of wide passes just catching out the edge defenders of the South Sydney Rabbitohs as Reynolds goes for a long kick.
And they let it bounce as well. Risky behaviour, but the chasers weren't there. So summed up well in the end by young Tuala. 21-year-old who's been playing in the centres a lot, but shifted out to that left wing the last couple of weeks. Clemmer again, engaging Cook, who ensures there's no offload again. It's a real focus of South Sydney so far. Don't let Man Mountain get those late offloads away. Bit of a channel open up there for Guerra for a moment, but time for South Sydney to close it through Walker and Gagai. SASA to the 30-metre line on the last. Pearce to give it some elevation. Moga, a little block from Walker, just nudged him cleverly enough.
Just winning the battle early at the moment. Newcastle Knights off the back of some nice hard direct running. SASA on Totola. And the polish finish by Pearce. Bit of contact in the air that we saw from Moga. Let go by the referee.
Hannah mentioned Newcastle haven't been at this venue all season. Only one previous appearance all told against Parramatta last year. South Sydney are on a 4-game winning streak at this venue this season. Here's a knock on though. Good pressure from Tuala, jamming in off the wing. Helped create the error. And Newcastle right back on the front foot again through Bradman Best. Ponga. Guerra. I thought that tackle slipped a little high, but Grant Atkins said first contact was below the shoulder. Clemmer, great tackle in and under.
Cameron Murray.
Inside ball to SASA. They looked like they had the numbers if they kept going left. They go that way now. Kurt Mann couldn't slip his man through. Fitzgibbon ran a lovely line. Pearce looking for an upright. It slides all the way through. 7 tackle set given up. Ponga wound up on the deck. There's no penalty there. Look out, Newcastle. You might be in trouble here. As Gagai just taps it and runs. Was that a shoulder charge? He got rid of Ponga anyway. Look at this from Gagai, playing inspired footy right now.
Yeah, excellent play there from Dane Gagai. Kalen Ponga was whinging that he'd got run off the ball. Gagai playing to the whistle as the South Sydney Rabbitohs are on the hunt.
Their best field position of the evening and put it down to Dane Gagai. Quick thinking, quick speed shown as well. And they're knocking on the door inside the red zone. Jaden Sewer gets rid of them nearly. 4 it took to stop him in the end. The Knights scrambling. All of a sudden, Cook goes right. Reynolds cut out ball. And Heimel Hunt ran behind a teammate there. Better give himself up. Otherwise, that's a penalty. Still should be, shouldn't it? Doesn't matter now. On to Murray. Walker. Johnston. Quick hands from side to side. Gagai. Former Newcastle Knight, of course, for a long time. 100+ games with tonight's opponent. Murray to Reynolds. Looks heavy off the boot. The pressure from Fitzgibbon creates the turnover and a 7 tackle set.
It's a terrific start to this game. In the opening 9 minutes, some of the big game players really stepping up to the plate. That time it was Dane Gagai. The transition from picking the ball up, getting about the 20-metre line and getting his team on the front foot was superb. A poor end of set there as we go set restart off the back of Reynolds' kick.
No one gets more set restarts than Newcastle. No one gives up less than South Sydney, but they've coughed one up here. Allows the Knights to get back into position again, perhaps.
They're finding plenty of opportunity out on this left-hand edge, the right-hand side of the South Sydney Rabbitohs.
SASA taking them on. Pearce talking Clemmer through it. Is he using him as a decoy? He is. Here comes Ponga. Here's Guerra as a decoy and taken down by Cody Walker. An important one-on-one tackle, but he held on too long. There's another set restart. The second during this spell of possession. A test for South Sydney defensively. Clemmer running at Cook.
Newcastle Knights just looking to tie up the middle third here.
Saifidi, first start in 3 years, and he nearly caps it with a try. Totola got in and under and held him up. Pearce to Mann. Bradman Best, clever, and on the outside, Tuala scores. Well, effectively, it was a set of 10 or 11, and in the end, South Sydney could not hold on.
Excellent attacking ability on this left-hand edge from the Newcastle Knights. Looking to tie up the middle third. They played to their short runners. They got the big guys interested. They tightened up South Sydney and then out to this left-hand edge. Bradman Best, what a superstar he is. Comes up with a nice little left-hand flick pass. And the Newcastle Knights, first across in this game. some really good signs. There was plenty of talk about the Newcastle's attack coming into this one. Mitchell Pearce and Kalen Ponga have their hands on absolutely everything going on here.
Tuala, the 21-year-old on the left wing, finishes off superb lead-up work. 18 years of age, Bradman Best. He really thinks his way through it out there and has all the talent in the world.
Superb young player, Bradman Best. He's got the skill and flair, as we just seen there, but also at the back end of the field, happy to roll the sleeves up and take a real tough carry. Some good signs for Newcastle fans. Newcastle have won every game when they've scored first, Speedy, so maybe that could be an omen.
Brian will be delighted with the start. You saw Kalen Ponga getting advice from a couple of young South Sydney fans right behind him here. Getting vocal. What can he do? Can they outdo what they did against Parramatta last week? Inside 12 or 13 minutes, they can. 6 points on the board already for Newcastle.
Wonderful battle out on that edge, isn't it? It's their go-to edge. This time just able to draw in Corey Allen.
When they score first, Newcastle, they go on to win. That's been the pattern in 2020. They're on a win-loss kind of pattern as well, and due for a win if that continues here this evening. Awkward looking tumbling ball, but it bounced nicely for Pearce. He sends Saifidi back. His brother out for maybe 6 weeks with a knee injury. So Jacob should get a good string of starts after all those interchange appearances in recent times. Guerra slipped into the tackle. Cody Walker just got, no, he didn't get square at marker. That's why it's a set restart. So Grant Atkins, he keeps you honest. He wants open footy. He wants discipline shown by defences, and it's good for the game.
Really smart play there from Andrew McCulloch. Played plenty of football, realised that Walker wasn't square, took him on.
Great acquisition, McCulloch, all that experience with the Broncos. Could be win number 150 for him tonight in his NRL career. That sums it all up. They've got a winner from Brisbane. They can't find a win at the moment, of course. Man to Best, room to move. Bradman tries to pierce them. They keep it short side. Pierce, lovely pass, and they're over. Newcastle created the overlap. Bradman Best had taken the previous hit up. So they added men out there, and Kurt Mann ran a splendid line, and his halves partner put him over.
Yeah, once again, it's the left-hand edge for the Newcastle Knights. This is the play that's really split them open. So the real disconnect between Roberts and Reynolds. And Pearce going to the line, links up with his other half partner in Kurt Mann, strong ball runner, having his best year by far. Crashes over for a superb start for the Knights, off the back of a set restart rather. Terrific start.
So they averaged 5.7 set restarts per game this year. They've got 3 already in the opening 15 minutes here. And on the back of it, they've scored back-to-back tries. And Kurt Mann's in try-scoring form as well. What about the confidence that Adam O'Brien has given this guy, saying the 6 is yours?
Yeah, there's a real stability, wasn't there, at the start of the year? Adam O'Brien making it very clear to Kurt Mann that the 6 jersey will be yours. Off the back of that, he's been able to play his natural game, which is running. It's his strongest asset. There's been a real determination about this team for all their key playmakers get their hands on the ball.
Beautiful strike a moment ago, Corey, from the sideline. Would he prefer to be on the sideline or 3 minutes in like this one? Maybe the sideline.
Go back to the sideline on that one.
You're not allowed to, of course. The kickers used to test the friendship, but you've got to take it in line from where the ball was put down, of course, and it might have cost him there. But Bradman Best playing with such purpose, and the awareness. Man had turned him back inside, stayed out there, and created the extra number.
Well, they've caused all sorts of problems for that right-hand edge in the opening stages of this game. They need to fix it and fix it fast. Jaden Sewer, Reynolds and Roberts. Corey Allen out there also.
Well, they copped all those points a couple of weeks ago. Newcastle focused on their defence ahead of the Parramatta game. It's clear they focused on attack ahead of this game. SA. South Sydney have been so good at not giving up set restarts this year. We see to be good on this one.
Yeah, we see there 61% possession, 9 from 9 for the Knights, and the scoreboard reflects that. It's been a high-intensity start as Pearce goes for 40-20.
Angle looks pretty good. Fullback can't get there in time. Mitchell Pearce and the Knights are on a roll.
Come on a bit. Stop there. Over here.
Big-name players step up to the plate when their team needs it. Right from the get-go, Mitchell Pearce, Kalen Ponga, Kurt Mann, they have injected themselves into this game. Big set here.
Newcastle on fire. 10-0 up, 10 complete sets, 40-20. More points beckoning perhaps. Strong running. Important tackle by the little man Reynolds. SA told to play it. How's the play the ball? Mistake against SA. Plenty going on in the ruck. But South Sydney get the benefit of the doubt. Boy, did they need it.
Oh, didn't they? What? They right off the hook there. It was a great charge from SA. Get up to play the ball. As we see here, Mitchell Pearce has got his hands on absolutely everything, pulling the strings, the master. Well, that's hit Cam Murray. It's a tough call.
Cam Murray's still pushing him back.
Yeah.
I think that the captain, Mitchell Pearce, went up to Grant Atkins and said, can we challenge that one on a technicality? And they said, I don't think you can. Otherwise, there was a case to be mounted. So can the Bunnies work their way back into the contest? They have been stunned by this early onslaught. Not a whole lot to go forward. There'll be some fatigue there, won't there, at this stage after all those tackles made?
Well, it's just important that they were able to get back into some sort of field position. Since Reynolds put the 7-tackle set and kicked the ball dead, they have got no field position on the back of that as Cam Murray pokes his nose through.
Late offload. Burgess did well to maintain his composure. The pass was a pretty dusty one, but Johnston might just create something. Couldn't get the arm free. There was an overlap on the left-hand side if he did. Pressure on Reynolds. No pressure on Ponga. And Mitchell Pearce with his first 40-20 of the year. And their previous exit from this part of the ground, 11th of his career. Man, with the go forward.
That's a great run from Kurt Mann. He's a half, remember. Followed up here by Fitzgibbon.
And Cam Murray was called out of it. Did the discipline thing, but it nearly opened up a big avenue for Fitzgibbon. Pearce, early ball for Tautau Moga. Oh, gets his man on the outside. Highball Hunt keeps on going. And they're 5 out. Quick
Numbers
play
left.
the ball. Guerra in game number 200 goes for gold and comes up empty.
So he's come up short, Aiden Guerra. Totola here looks to be in all sorts of trouble. They had numbers out on this left-hand edge. Pearce was screaming for it. Here's a run that we see here from Fitzgibbon. Burgess wide at the A position behind the ruck. It was a right-hand flick from Tautau Moga.
I think Aiden Guerra turned the clock back about 10 years and thought, I've got the speed to get there, but if he went through the hands left, they score for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Mitchell Pearce was screaming for it.
Oh, you're entitled to
In
have a
game
crack
200, Speedy was desperate to get over the chalk.
32 years of age now, Aiden Guerra.
Here's the run here. It was good contact.
So still waiting for treatment on Junior Totola. He's been such a rock-solid contributor for South Sydney week in, week out. It would be a big blow to lose him. Liam Knight playing as a ball boy, I think, tonight. He's out for 6 weeks.
He's been terrific for Wayne Bennett. Totola, 150 run metres on average. Starting number 8. Spent plenty of time coming off the bench. He's going to leave the field.
Hasn't missed the game in well over a year now. Doesn't look good. So young Sirinen is the replacement. And Hannah Hollis will get onto that story for us. Holding that left arm. Looks a little lame there, does Junior Totola.
This will be a tough set here. Long break, coming off your own line.
Stand up! Hold!
5 metres on the first play. Burgess with 5 or 6 more.
Move together! Square, wait! Go, 2.
Sirinen gets involved. The freshman takes them outside their own 20.
Hold!
So it's Cam Murray's turn. 1 out stuff to get out of their own end. Now Cook has a little look and links up with Cody Walker. Strong tackle and released him in time. They run it. And the late offload from Johnston will find a teammate. Reynolds just enough time to get the kick away. Tuala backed himself in and just held on. It was a good take by the young man.
Yeah, they're just playing a bit of frantic football, aren't they, South Sydney? I know there was an opportunity there that closed, but they need to find a kick. They got 2 of the best kickers in the game. To start this match have been very poor. They've had no field position. They were coming off their own line. It was imperative that they got a good kick away and turn the tables. Already on play number 3, Clemmer up at halfway.
McCulloch links up with SA this time. They've gone close to scoring another couple of tries on top of the 2 they have already. Newcastle. Pearce's kick down to Johnston. Forced to bring it back, and he ran into a brick wall. Newcastle have been on since the get-go. They're looking a little weary, South Sydney. Who can provide the spark here? Jackson Paulo getting a ripple of applause. The 20-year-old on debut with that run. 7 tries in 7 games in New South Wales Cup in the last couple of seasons. Sirinen into enemy territory. What can Reynolds produce with the boot this time? No, they go to Walker instead. Ponga. He's going to rise, though he's able to stay grounded in the end as a bit of interference was run for him by Heimel Hunt, who gets the ball now. South Sydney fans in the house are baying for some kind of decision out of the referee right now. Asking for penalties, asking for forward passes. Their team right on the back foot. Newcastle again. From one side to the other. Bradman Best had Tuala all alone on the outside, held on that time. Short side play from Ponga. Man stabs it back inside. Great read by Johnston in that fullback role.
They're playing a great brand of football in this game, Newcastle Knights, as they've come up with another error here.
And gifted them a try nearly. Just short in the end is Fitzgibbon.
You got 10. You sure that's one back?
James Roberts needs to get back on side.
And over the line and suspended. And Grant Atkins had a great view. I think you'll ask him to go back into the field of play.
Let go.
Well, they're able to come down through a corridor, just banging down the front door, and then they see a bit of shape and some eyes-up footy to Bradman Best on that left-hand side.
noise from the Newcastle fans who've made the journey down. Ponga. Tautau Moga forces the pass, headed towards the touchline, and South Sydney hold on that time.
He did need to throw it there, Tautau Moga. He got away with it, the play earlier. The combination that he's forming there with Hymel Hunt. But they are playing what they see. You talk about earning the right to go wide. For the Knights, they bang down the door, they go left, they back their defence. We see that's the error there from Moga.
10 seconds, let's go.
Well, it's a 10-point margin right now. That look of Adam O'Brien in the coach's box suggests he thinks it should be 20 or more.
Well, they've had some opportunities to score more points. They haven't iced it, but they're in full control of this game, the Knights.
Ethan Lowe driven backwards. Knights fans will be delighted to see their enforcer is back. Mitch Barnett in the number 15 jumper tonight. Long time between drinks for Mitch.
Wayne Bennett gone to his bench for Hame Sele, who was terrific last week, looking for a little injection of energy.
He racked up the metres last week, did Hame Sele.
It's his second run since entering the game.
175 metres in 30 minutes of footy last week. Reynolds, can he get a 40-20 on the tight angle? Ponga across, won't get there. It's an exhibition from the two number 7s, a 40-20 apiece. And does this one turn the game?
Well, he stepped up to the plate in this one. That's his best kick of the game. Adam Reynolds, he's come up with a few poor intercepts. Really swings the momentum here.
It's his first of the year. So ideal footy conditions tonight at Bankwest Stadium. And a set restart after playing one. Sirenen sets them up 5 out. Cody Walker, change of direction. Fires a 30-metre spiral to Reynolds. Pass hits the deck, scooped up with confidence by Corey Allen playing on the right wing. Roberts hunting around the middle, Jimmy the Jet. Cook just gets there, tried to hold up the short ball for Murray. There are complaints about what went on there, and Grant Atkins is going to use the bunker to sort it all out.
Well, there's going to be
a tackle 3, have a no try. Please confirm Cameron Murray's not tackled before he knocks it on.
Looking at it live, it looked like it was play on here. Cook gets out of dummy half, looking for a short runner. It's Murray at this stage. Does he get hit before the ball? No, that's play on. That's an error. Newcastle Knights able to repel all the momentum off the back of the Reynolds 40-20.
So that was what the Bunnies were complaining about, and why Grant Atkins sent it upstairs, that Murray was tackled before he collected
Cameron Murray is in possession of the ball when he's tackled, so we're playing on.
It's off Murray. They've provided the spark, those two, in any opportunity for the South and the momentum. Cook and Murray through that middle. I'm not sure what we're looking at here.
Well, they're just trying to work out where Newcastle get the ball back. And I presume it will be a scrum 10 out.
It's touch Murray there.
And the ball is knocked on by Cameron Murray. We have a decision.
What we got there?
And as we wait for the refs to work it all out, let's check in with Hannah Hollis.
Speedy, Junior Totola clutching that left shoulder, very slow to leave the field, and when he did, he went straight up the tunnel. But good news for the Rabbitohs fans, just a bad stinger, and he'll be ready to go very soon.
That is fantastic news.
Magic needle. Oh, they helped him out there for Totola, and they need him. They'll need him at the back end of this game with his carries. We'll see there, Connor Watson entered the field.
His first appearance since round 3 against Penrith. Superb in that round 13 win over the Bunnies last year. A try, 111 metres, 38 tackles, 5 tackle busts. So Watson and Mitch Barnett give a different dynamic to this Newcastle team, don't they? And they're out there fresh right now. Here is Barnett. McCulloch's been an 80-minute player as the 9 since he arrived in Newcastle. So he said this week he doesn't think it will affect his minutes. Connor Watson coming back in. Watson can play other roles, of course, as the utility.
Yeah, well, we've seen in the sense of real change what it provides when you've got some leg speed and some fresh energy through the middle third. Watson will obviously be playing in that role. We see McInnes, we see Brandon Smith play similar roles.
Ponga's kick taken on the full by Johnston. An important phase of the game, you sense. If South Sydney can score next, then it's going to tighten up big time. They can't afford to let Newcastle in again. As Hannah suggested, Junior Totola should be available soon. We saw him emerging from the dressing rooms. Sewer moves it on. Here comes Cody Walker over on the right-hand side. Finished off the run strongly, got to the 40.
Cody Walker's been parked heavily on this left-hand edge. He's made his move over the right-hand side, trying to get his hands on the ball, spark something for his team.
So Reynolds taken out of it after that pass hit the deck. Not available on the final play. Walker was on the wrong side for a left footer. Kick was charged down. It's another horrible end to the set. It was the offload from Hame Selhe that left Reynolds a sitting duck, and they were out of rhythm for the kick.
Aside from the 40-20 from Reynolds, their end of sets has been very poor. They've only completed 9 out of 14 at 64%. You see they're 5 errors, but it's the way they're finishing their sets. They've got 2 of the best kickers in the game.
Setting up for an expansive play to the right-hand side. Pearce to Clemmer, moves it on to Ponga. Kalen Ponga! He's been quiet, you say? He's been quiet, has he? Kalen Ponga is back, and Newcastle are running right.
Madam, at tackle 4. Have a try.
Sealed with
It'll
a
be a
kiss.
try.
Kalen Ponga catches that ball.
Wants to see where Kalen Ponga catches the ball, if it's on the inside. There's been a knock on him over the last few weeks. Let's play on. Catches on the outside.
No disadvantage of the defensive line by Kalen Ponga. We're playing on.
On the outside shoulder of Cody Walker. Stands up. Alex Johnson, all hands up. But I said at the start,
And
there was
Kalen Ponga grounds the ball in the
a
end
look
goal. We have a
about the
decision.
Knights. Mitchell Pearce, Kalen Ponga had their hands all over everything in the early stages. He was out on the left-hand edge. This time he goes through on the right.
Scored tries in his first 3 appearances this season. That's his first 4-pointer since round 4. And his first ever against South Sydney. You think he's a more natural mover when he gets the ball on the left-hand side, but he finished that one off nicely on the right.
Yeah, it's the pass as well. Don't underestimate the pass and what the pass is able to do to the defender in flight. Sometimes it's catch early and put a bit of footwork on and beat the defender. Other times let the pass beat the defender and get on the outside, which was the case in this time. Wonderful mover of the football, strong through the hips. Backed his ability to get around Johnston.
He was nailed by a high shot late last week at a key time by Wanga Blake. Didn't help him down the stretch, you sense, but playing with a clear head tonight. Can't quite sneak that one home. So he's missed a couple. They've been tough kicks tonight. They lead by 14. Newcastle are on, and this is what started it all. Cody Walker had his kick charged down by Kurt Mann, and they turned that field position into 4 more points.
You see here, this is the pass out the back there to Kalen Ponga. Wonderful hands. An unhappy couple of minutes there for Cody Walker.
Plenty to get through in the halftime show, coming up with Vonnie and all the superstars alongside her back in the Clive Churchill studio. Cooper Cronk, Kevy Walters and Mick Ennis to dissect what's going on in the opening 40.
Boy, oh boy, there's a couple of premierships involved there, Speedy.
Well, they bring their trophies in.
Yeah. 7 or 8 for Kev. 4 or 5 for young Cooper Cronk. One for Mick.
Signed off with that one, Mick Ennis. Here's Barnett. They win this game, they're into the top 4. And what we've seen tonight in the opening half hour, they look like a top 4 team.
Yeah, they do.
Out of dummy half goes McCulloch. So many kicking options with the 13 they've got out there right now, Newcastle. Adam O'Brien just wants his team to close out a near-perfect first half here. It's only his 10th game as a coach, going head-to-head with someone with 840 more. Stand. 25 out. A couple more plays for South Sydney. That's a very good run to set them up now. Cook off the back of it. Cody Walker corralled on the 40-metre line. Reynolds gives it some depth. Tuala can stay grounded. Newcastle enjoying 56% of possession in this game. They've made more tackles than any other team this season. Tonight they're asking South Sydney to make the lion's share. Man, Fitzgibbon under immense pressure, did well to hold on.
Yeah, once again though, had them stripped for numbers on the left-hand edge. 40-20.
It'd have to be an 80-metre kick on that angle, though, wouldn't it, from Mitchell Pearce, but wouldn't put it past him. Johnston got there. Oh, look out, here comes the enforcer. Mitch Barnett back in the NRL and nailing them. And Johnston is a little shaken up by that one, understandably. Timing there from Mitch. Early on in his career, it was about channeling that aggression, getting it right. And he's doing that now, isn't he?
Superb player, Barnett. Brings plenty of energy. The players around him. Goes for another 40-20 here, Reynolds. He's got the angle right.
Ponga watches it skid, and that time able to prevent the 40-20, but Reynolds, he might find another one. Now the ball comes loose and stripped out by South Sydney, they say. One-on-one strip, backwards off South Sydney, not forwards off Newcastle. Grant Atkins and his touchy worked that out on the run.
Well, they're showing their hand, South Sydney. Trying to look for the easy option, 40-20, strip balls.
Well, that's a great adjudication, isn't it? Roberts reefed that out, one-on-one, play on. Newcastle picked up the scraps. Best forced the pass, and South Sydney will get some field position here.
That man there, Wayne Bennett, in game 850. He'd be doing good to read what's going on between his ears. He'd be looking forward to get to his 6 and 7. Somebody in the middle needs to stand up. Cam Murray comes to the sideline now. Patrick Mago makes his way onto the field.
Cody Walker had to slot in at lock just to get the game moving again, and picks up the fresh man. So Paddy Mago, number 19 for him tonight. And a set restart. How often are we seeing it on play 1 or 2?
He got away with that, Paddy Mago, isn't it? Ugly look and play the ball.
Bit going on after the tackle was made there as well. And Hame Sele is on his haunches.
Well, they need to set up camp here. 6 minutes remaining this first half. If they can jag a try before half-time and take away some confidence.
Walker, Johnston, Latrell Mitchell has been providing his fair share of try assist on that left-hand side. Newcastle numbered up successfully there, but a high shot gives them another set. I've seen a lot of set restarts, but that's the first penalty of the game. Lowe taps it and they go. Mago. I want to be sure of his play the ball here after play 1. It's a quick one, kept his feet. Sirinen knocked it on, did he? Yes, it's a double knock on, so can you believe that? Best field position in a while, and they cough it up on play 2.
You see there from Damien Cook, he wanted a tight little block play there. They ran it the play before. Murray come up with an error. This time, they come up with another error from Sirinen. Too close to the line to be running that. The defence is up in your face. There's a disconnect at the moment.
Clock off. Hold, out.
And Newcastle's defence not really tested a great deal on their own line.
Move, Damien. Here. Come on. Hold.
Guerra straining. Slowed down for a long time before that play the ball. Moga to the 30-metre line. Good tackle down low by Sirinen, keen to make amends. Oh! Jaden Sewer. Everyone was looking for Ponga flashing past on the inside. Connor Watson held on and paid the price.
He bounced straight back up to his feet. Jaden Sewer has hit him with absolutely everything. The kitchen sink, the lot. Connor Watson has returned. He should have went inside to Kalen Ponga. That's a terrific hit.
See why Wayne Bennett was keen for Jaden Sewer to follow him down from Brisbane to South Sydney a few years ago. Another set restart here. He's a big hitter, and making a home on that right edge is Jaden. Quick hands required. Walker provides it. Gagon. And Moga tracked him down. Jackson Paulo, not a whole lot of ball for the youngster on debut on the left wing. Acting dummy half. And now they shifted to that right-hand side. Reynolds corralled by Fitzgibbon. Second effort on the deck does lead to another set restart. Complaints from Connor Watson about a forward pass, but we go on here. And another test for Newcastle's defence. There's some cynical stuff going on, according to Bunnies fans. And another knock on right in front of the post, but here comes the penalty that South Sydney fans have been baying for. And I'll tell you what, they might be pushing the friendship so far as 10 in the bin is concerned.
Well, that man there, Damien Cook, is scratching his head. He's come out of dummy half 3 times in good ball, and they've come up with errors. This time they get away with it. What can they come up with?
Move now, let's go, straight off. Hold, go right.
Sirinen holds on this time. 1 try so far in his young NRL career. Shocking service, picked up nonchalantly by Reynolds. Gagai turning young Jackson Paulo back inside. Another penalty, and I talked about 10 in the bin. That's what the fans are asking for now. Grant Atkins not issuing a warning of that nature. Bit of ball playing by Mago. And keeps the legs pumping, does Hame Sella.
Numbers right.
They're set up for options on that right-hand side. Reynolds has to step around one, floats one over the top. How's the pickup? Straight into touch, and a try goes begging just before the break.
Well, they had numbers to the right-hand side. It was wonderful defence on the left. The pressure by Bradman Best was just enough for Adam Reynolds to get his pass all wrong. Great play by the 18-year-old to recognise that they had numbers and he had to come up and make a play.
10 seconds, guys, let's head in, please.
Going to enjoy the Adam O'Brien reactions over the next few years as the head coach. He wears his heart on his sleeve. He's got some calm men alongside him, though. Didn't show any emotion as the head coach was losing. What would he have been most upset about? The way they were able to create a 2-man overlap, of course, and someone lost their assignment, did they, defensively?
Yeah, well, they got a quick play of the ball and they had to scramble. But when you got numbers against you, Bradman Best did exactly what he was supposed to do.
Out of dummy half, dummy thrown and nearly opening them up the veteran McCulloch. Ponga looking for a touch finder, and he'll get it 10 out. So that'll just about be the final play of a brilliant first half showing from the Newcastle Knights. Kalen Ponga, a try scorer. South Sydney not bothered about packing their side of the scrum, so we will head to the sheds with this scoreline. Newcastle in control, looking to enter the top 4. They lead 14-0 at the break, all to do for South Sydney. It's all to do for South Sydney in the second half, a club that's been around since 1908, of course, on 999 losses. They'll be doing well to avoid loss number 1,000 tonight, kept to 0 in the first half, and Kurt Mann was a big contributor for the Knights.
Yeah, terrific in the first half. Kurt Mann come up with a real crucial try, linking up with his halves partner, who's dead set controlled everything, Mitchell Pearce, and Bradman Best. Try assist off a flick pass, 10 runs, 90 run metres. Come up with some crucial defensive reads as well. And a big second half here for the South Sydney Rabbitohs. Dane Gagai provided some spark off a transitional play. 114 run metres, a line break, 3 tackle busts. It'll have to be equally as good in this second half if they're to get back into this game.
So far this season, keep teams under 20 points, they win. Concede more than 20 and they lose. Newcastle only one converted try away from the 20-point mark.
You see the Brains Trust having a little talk there, Cook and Reynolds.
The Bunnies need their defence to set the tone, but Kalen Ponga has answered the critics already in the first 40 minutes tonight. One of those critics was a Newcastle legend, of course, Andrew Johns. Thought he needed to show a bit more. Certainly did in the first 40. Newcastle start with the footy. And good early contact from South Sydney, looking to turn this game around. Pasami Saulo running into the big hit. Mitch Barnett put on the back foot as well.
Move together! Wait!
A little sore in back play right now after running into that tackle.
Held! Release! Go 3.
Connor Watson looking for a gap that wasn't there.
Wait, Bailey, wait!
Was trying to kick out a dummy half. McCulloch had a backup plan in the form of Kalen Ponga, and now they'll be forced to kick on the last. Mitchell Pearce in position. There'll be pressure on the kick. Just stepped around Bailey Sirenan pretty comfortably. And they can let that one go into touch. Not quite the 40-20.
Well, strong defensive set early for the Rabbitohs, led by Sirenan. Heavy contact to start the set. Ponga again poking his nose through before Pearce finds a line. Just waiting on the football. Pretty key ingredient, Speedy.
How about both centres and the fullback locking this scrum for Newcastle? Jackson Paulo ran through the line there. The youngster hasn't had his moment on debut just yet.
Well, someone in that middle third's got to stand up. We saw Totola leave the field with an injury. Paddy Mago takes a nice hard carry here. Saleh last week was terrific. Can he back that performance up?
Sewer now trying to step around Watson. Thought about the offload, then McCulloch got an arm around the footy. Sirenan. Chance for an attacking kick. Reynolds to provide it.
And again,
it's almost gone backwards.
It's a skewed kick from Reynolds.
Newcastle could afford to let the winger take it and then wrap him up.
A disappointing end to set. I'm sure Wayne Bennett would have got to his kickers at half-time, as you see Wayne there, and address that. It's his biggest asset, Adam Reynolds. It's a nice hard carry there from Bradman.
Quick play the ball as well. Tackle almost slipped a little high. Mitch Barnett off the long run, late offload as well. McCulloch shifting it immediately. Pearce thought about going wide. Fans thought the pass to Ponga was suspect. Right in line with us. Line ball at best. Oh, put down by Saulo, still shaken up by that opening hit up in the half. And the field position here for South Sydney is this. A little door opening for them.
Yeah, Saulo just had a little look at Siren over the top, and rightly so. He got cut in half in his first run of the half. And what can the South Sydney Rabbitohs come up with here?
Depth here on their left-hand side. Ethan Lowe took them on. Pass out the back may have been interesting for Johnston. Siren takes the line on. They can go left or right. They'll choose left again. Walker. Johnston. Alex Johnston wrapped up one-on-one. Tau Moga doing very well defensively in his return. The last couple of weeks went backwards through the hands of Walker, forced to take them on, and they burn a play there. 5/8 out of play now on the last. What can Reynolds do this time? Little rubber in behind, bouncing ball for Sewer. Can he force his way over? James Roberts chimes in like he's playing rugby union, but they still can't get it done.
Yeah, great defence, wasn't it? Scramble defence from Ponga and Best. Sewer got to the kick first. And then the cavalry come for the Newcastle Knights. Great strength shown there from Best to hold Sewer up.
The tackle could have gotten away from Hame Sele, but he put his man down tamely in the end. Oh, another one! Back slam. So they're mounting a case with the physicality. Since the resumption here, South Sydney, Sele out of marker, gets involved in another tackle. It's bringing the energy. Now Barnett, another strong run late in the set.
It's a good run there from Barnett. Quick play the ball. Ponga, plenty of time to kick his ball, place his kick perfectly between winger and fullback.
Corey Allen, nowhere to go. Good finish to that previous set by Newcastle. Has South Sydney doing the hard yakka out of their own end again. Gagai has been a shining light. Over 120 metres run now. Good work rate from young Jackson Paulo, but he felt the effects after that hit up. Roberts. Threw the dummy on the inside, tried the late offload, but they had him covered. Celebrations again for Best and Tuala, who create the turnover near halfway as we check in with Hannah Hollis.
Speedy, at halftime, Wayne Bennett said he wants the Rabbitohs to take care of their errors. They had 8 in the first half. And interestingly, he said, fellas, enjoy the challenge. As for Adam O'Brien, 14 points up, quite comfortable, quite happy, but he identified a sense of impatience in the side. He wants the Knights to play the long game. Now, fellas, don't let the cold weather kill you or your holiday vibes. Restrictions are lifting, and the NRLshop.com have all of the holiday vibes you need. Speedy, this is important news for Corey. They have Hawaiian shirts and shorts aplenty.
Do love Hawaiian shorts, Hannah, not so much the shirt. But it won't please Wayne Bennett. This little battle out on the right-hand edge between Jimmy the Jet and Badman Best. Best is winning hands down, put him into touch.
Always a great vibe when Corey Parker's around, Hannah, you know that. And the Knights on the front foot again. Halves combined. Ponga off the back of it. Tuala on the outside does really well to stay in the field of play as the legs tackle was made by Allen. Ponga now. Crafty kick in behind, scooped up, but they won't be getting out, and Kalen Ponga's putting on a show.
Yeah, terrific. He's picked up where he left off, hasn't he, Kalen Ponga? Cody Walker comes up, there's a lovely pass out in front, does a terrific job, Tuala, to stay in. And then Ponga with his hands back on the ball. Wonderful little kick. And it's just tightening the screws, Speedy. They're tightening the screws. The spine, Man, Ponga, Pearce, just waiting for their time to pounce.
Good connection on the dropout. Travels 53 on the fly from Reynolds. And Saulo. He's a marked man, isn't he?
We'll see if they sit with what they were doing in the first half. They set up with the right post, come to this left-hand edge with some plenty of shape.
Yeah, Ponga looms out the back again here. Barnett puts a bit of footwork on. Now Pearce, right-hand side for Mann. Back on the angle goes Guerra. Came close in the first half. Taken down one-on-one by Lowe. Now they can go left. Ponga, runners in motion, kick in behind. Brilliant kick! Bradman Best finishes it off. The try assist and the fist pump salute from Kalen Ponga, who has answered the critics who have been out there this week big time.
This is all class. Kalen Ponga, only moments ago, got the repeat set. This time on the back of a two-pass, brings a winger up. A lovely way to kick in for Bradman Best, who has been superb in this game. The fact that it's a two-pass speed, he just brings a winger up for the South Sydney Rabbitohs, Corey Allen. And again, it's the right-hand edge. And the class of Kalen Ponga. Too good.
It's his 10th game in the NRL, Bradman Best, the 18-year-old sensation, and that's his 7th try. Kalen Ponga teed it up expertly after getting a repeat set with a kick on the previous set. He finishes it off. 18-0 kick to come.
It's a great lesson for young footballers. If you're in a football team and you've got a two-pass, the winger has no option but to come up and join the line.
A two-pass, you mean?
Two passes in, Pearce to Ponga. Winger of the defensive side has to come up, gives him no option, which presents an opportunity to find a kick. Looking to extend his lead here. Out with more than 3 converted tries.
Goal kicking, the only thing letting him down tonight. 1 from 4. So 3 converted tries the difference. And South Sydney are kind of still in the ball game. If he converted a couple, it would have looked a long way away.
In the backfield that we saw there in the play before, Kalen Ponga had people in all sorts of positions. He was pointing, he was telling where he wanted them to run, and in the end he comes up with the right option. Dave Ferner on the left, Adam O'Brien.
Dave Ferner charged with relaying those messages from O'Brien down to the sideline. Hannah Hollis spoke about in the halftime report that Adam O'Brien wanted to see them play the long game. You saw Tuala, don't go for broke. He stayed in the field of play. Then they got the repeat set and then the points game. That'll please him.
Yeah, well, they just look controlled, don't they? They're not trying to score on every play. They build, wait for their opportunity, and then they pounce. And then here, after a set after points, South Sydney Rabbitohs give away a penalty. Totola just holding on for too long. They'll be in terrific field position at the end of this set.
Hold.
Tapping it and going. Newcastle. South Sydney kept to nil in the first half. They haven't won a game when kept to nil in the first 40 for 8 years. 24 games in a row. And here's a penalty picked out.
Can't tackle someone off the ball.
Against South Sydney for tackling a man without the footy. Kalen Ponga nearly sliced them open anyway.
It was Barnett. Just tackled off the football. Little set plays. They're going to go for 2 here. Take it out past 3 converted tries. Wonderful little play on the inside.
You can't tackle Mike without the ball, mate.
Totola just taking out Barnett. Cam Murray coming up with a try saver. There's a real concern for South Sydney, Speedy, since the resumption. They're just unable to go with any of the top 8 sides. They've won their games with the bottom 8 teams, but anyone outside of that, they're just unable to go with them. And for mine, there's a real lack in their middle third.
Ponga to extend it beyond 3 converted tries from directly in front and 30 out. No problems with that one. It is the magical 20-point mark breached again against South Sydney.
When Damien Cook's so devastating with his running game, but he can only do that when there's a real platform laid and some momentum generated. Cam Murray's the best at doing that. Reynolds and Walker have been poor in their 5th play options.
Kicking tee required. John Sutton missed his assignment there. Didn't miss it too often in his illustrious career as a bunny. And on that left edge for so long. His team kicking off a little too much for his liking.
Stay behind the kick.
There's the contact this time. Again, it's fierce. 3 in the tackle, and they drive him back. Rub the head into the turf as well just to finish it all off.
Held. Release. Go. 2. You're right there. No, it's all right.
Barnett able to take them outside their own 20.
He's been good coming off the bench, Barnett. Able to poke his nose through a few times.
Up around 80 metres run now.
Come up with a couple of really good defensive plays as Mitch Pearce goes for a long kick.
Johnston will get there on the full. And a decent starting position here.
Can't stand up square. Hold. Wait. Go.
Look how slow the Rabbitohs forwards are getting back.
Yeah, there's some real fatigue off the back of a lack of possession. We see there 63% the last 10 minutes in the second half.
Marcelo refused to lose his feet there. Roberts back on an angle, slipped through the tackle of Barnett, but McCulloch was there. Set up for an attack, left-hand side. Ethan Lowe, and again stops with him. Walker, Johnston, flat pass, dropped it on the boot stylishly there at the end of it all, Jackson Paulo, and he might have earned his team another set.
It was a flat pass, it was wonderful from Cody Walker. They come down this left-hand edge, nice little block play. Alex Johnson rather, that was flat at best.
It's the same difference anyway, it will be a Newcastle feed here. I think because it's not played at by Ponga and goes into touch, not necessarily for the forward pass that was missed by the touchy.
Getting across there, Kalen Ponga to save his team. It was big Dave Clemmer, looks to come back into the fray.
89 metres for him on his first stint, 10 runs.
I'm telling you now, the ball wasn't out of his hand yet. We're not going to go get technical on scrums, fellas. Come on, head in.
That's a fair point. Grant Atkins, probably the leading referee in the comp this season. Hardly puts a foot wrong and gets his message across succinctly. Clemmer back on.
Hayden Guerra leaving the field, which would suggest that Barnett probably go to that edge back row.
Job done in game number 200. His team in control. Here's Clemmer, does get his hands on it on this set. How hard he is to stop Walker working overtime to prevent that potential for an offload. Ponga tumbles it down to his opposite number. Oh, and it nearly got away from Johnston. Misjudging the floating ball a little. No damage done.
Where's that?
So Mark Nichols gets out there, the freshman for South Sydney. His first minutes of the evening after having that charge for the Crusher downgraded during the week to ensure he could play tonight.
Dango got tackle 3, got a HIA.
He's been in the wars, hasn't he? He's copped plenty of treatment, and now he's off with the HIA for Sami Solo. Saifidi to replace him. The legs look a little jelly-like.
Could be a bit of fatigue in there too. Hasn't played much first grade. Big future ahead of him.
Reynolds. Nice passing from South Sydney, but Newcastle having a number up, and they'll be determined to try and keep South Sydney scoreless.
Well, both the halves are trying to combine. This will help. This will help South Sydney. What do they do here? Quick tap and go.
And Nichols' first run leads to a penalty. Here's run number 2 for the veteran off the bench. Cam Murray onto Junior Totola. Some recovery from him. And most people saw him go down in that first half. They thought it was night over, but just a stinger. And back out there. Oh, pass behind Johnston. Think he knocked it on. Touchy tips off Grant Atkins. And another mistake. Wayne Bennett remains calm on the exterior. What's going on inside?
And again, they just get it all wrong. This time, Walker goes past Reynolds, trying to find Johnston. The pass just a fraction behind him. – 11 errors for the game for South Sydney Rabbitohs.
Best coming looking for more work. The teenager. Over 100 metres run tonight. Try scorer as well. Four different try scorers tonight for Newcastle. Slip from Connor Watson. Saifidi had a good fist of a rare start tonight. Pierce to Mann. Just a little out of sync that time with the attack to the left-hand side. Mann didn't force anything.
Roberts is in all sorts of trouble here. As Andrew McCulloch goes to the sideline. Just reeled out of the tackle on the right shoulder. Hopefully that's not a pec muscle there. Outstretched in the man tackle. And just there. The assessment continues for James Roberts. He's doing the strength tests in that shoulder region. I think he's telling the doc that he's right to go on. Could get a test or two very quickly.
Well, yeah. If you're Kurt Mann and Mitch Pearce, you'd be identifying that and giving Bradman Best early ball. And do what he's done all night and terrorise him. Ask him to make a tackle.
Ball comes out, penalty. Nichols is proving a handful.
Mud tackle 2, Mark Nichols.
And the captain's challenge.
Clarkie.
Ball came loose from Nichols, and Newcastle think wrong decision.
Newcastle are challenging the decision of a strip.
A Harvey Norman captain's challenge, first one of the evening. How did this ball come out? Have to wind it back a little. Does he throw it away in the end, Corey?
Well, I'd have to see another angle, I think, Speedy, but David Clemmer is pleading his case there that he hasn't done anything. Just looking at that right arm there of David Clemmer, the one we can see.
think he might have a case.
Clemmer's pretty confident, still staring down the referee out there as the replays continue, and the bunker.
Well, that won't help his case. Dave Clemmer, he's not the nicest starer. I've had a few of those stares over my time.
David Clemmer just pulls his arm out in the tackle. There's no intentional stripping action by David Clemmer. Challenge by Newcastle is successful.
Yeah, it's the right call for mine.
We have a lost ball over here. Centre field.
Normally, rule of thumb,
Far out, Clarkie.
Speedy, is not to listen to any of the guys with a single number on their back in the forward pack. But they get away with it here, and they'll be in terrific field position again to set up camp.
This side, Kurt.
See if they come down this left-hand edge straight at James Roberts.
Ponga was coming to the left-hand side. Now he's shaping right, and he spins out to the left-hand side again. Best against Roberts, and lending a hand was Corey Allen. Essa. Pearce organising the troops on the right-hand side now. Clemmer hasn't been able to get those offloads away as he'd like to. Right-hand side, Barnett off the long run, stopped in his tracks but keeps on going. Show of strength from Mitch Barnett, and in the end there's 5 to stop him. Pearce to Ponga, back on the angle, Bradman Best. Oh, slipped out of a couple of tackles. So Sydney lucky there was some backup. Essa. Good hands for Pearce, on demand. Quick early ball, Tautau Moga. Good hunt on the outside. South Sydney, that's a great defensive stand.
Yeah, good football there from both teams. Newcastle, great shift out the right-hand edge, equally to the task was South Sydney in their defence with Gagai.
Burgess returns for stint number 2. Oh, Junior Totola. Not sure he saw Barnett coming, and he's made something happen again. Careful, boys. They got in the face of Junior Totola. He didn't like the afters, but it's another error, 30 out from their own line.
Yeah, he's a great instinctive player, Barnett. We saw him come up with this play in the first half. Comes outside in on Totola.
Clarkie.
Totola thinks
challenging
he's
the
held
decision
on.
of a lost ball by Tavita Totola.
Well, this is absurd.
Where there's nothing after it. So it's
Because I ruled it knock on.
They're challenging the decision. It was a terrific hit.
So has he ever lost control of the footy? Maybe not really. He's seeing a significant bobble there to signify a knock-on.
Tavita Totola remains possession of the ball in the tackle. Challenge by South Sydney is successful.
2 fantastic captain's challenges.
Well, I stand to be corrected, but I mean, by the way that Totola got up, reaction there would suggest that he thought he dropped it. If you know you didn't drop it, that's not how you react. They get away with it here.
It's tackle 3 with Tavita. Wait there.
But he's an infectious player, isn't he, Barnett?
That's what Mitchell Pearce was on about as well. Are we going to sanction Totola for what he did afterwards? And Atkins said, no, I've ruled a knock-on, so we'll go back and play the ball if successful. And the Harvey Norman captain's challenge was.
Hold! Go forward.
Walker. No gap there.
Hold, go.
Defensive Newcastle outstanding so far. Walker down to Ponga. Gagai trying to put some pressure on. Queensland Origin teammates head-to-head. So Sydney trying to force an error.
Wayne Bennett's gone for Cam Murray to go to that left edge. Ethan Lowe's been spent some time out there. Cameron Murray's now out there looking for a change-up.
Oh, SA nearly overran McCulloch. pass and they would have been away on the left-hand side. They don't have to force anything though, Newcastle. Trying to close this one out with the 20-point buffer.
Stand up, Jacob. White 10. Go.
You can throw a blanket over South Sydney at the moment, all in that middle third of the field.
Go 2. And Neil. Hold.
Nichols would have played this time. Reynolds, careful. He took them on, tried the dummy, and Fitzgibbon wasn't mucking around. He wiped out the little man. The pass pushed, and the intercept taken. South Sydney lead the comp in intercepts. There's another one. Corey Allen was the thief in the night. They try and counter-attack immediately. And Gagai back to his feet. What a stunning run from the informed Dane Gagai. A jack in the box. Cook now off the back of it. And South Sydney finding some momentum. And they score on this set and give their fans a little bit of hope. Burgess puts a bit of footwork on. Quick play, the ball's coming for the Rabbitohs. Reynolds, Walker, no way past Bradman Best. Midway through the tackle count. Newcastle fans with a rallying cry. Keep that clean sheet, boys. Burgess. Great technique, in and under. Slow him down. Now Reynolds takes them on. The dancing feet keeps it alive for Cook. Little kick played at by Ponga. That'll be 6 more. And Cook heard the shout. Communication came from referee Atkins for Alder here.
0 tackle.
Burgess backs his way down.
Stand up. That was tackle the one, actually.
And Murray on the left as Corey Parker identified. They go to Nichols, who's got a steam over, and he has made an impact off the bench. Mark Nichols with the second try of his NRL career in game number 70, and they're half a chance. You're telling me there's a chance?
Well, there's always a chance. Here's some of the turnovers here from Adam Reynolds. Kurt Mann goes for the pass here, the flick pass to Tola. Corey Allen comes up with it on the back of that. They've persisted at this play all night. Little block play with his middle forwards. Damien Cook and Mark Nichols provides a little bit of hope for South Sydney.
A 60-game try-scoring drought is over.
What a
It's
relief.
a long time between drinks.
What a relief.
He's had a few nude runs in recent years,
Yes.
but there'll be none in 2020. Took the kick in a hurry too. 2 points added, and it's a 14-point ball game. They've got to go at a point a minute to reel in the Knights.
Well, you
Don't
never-
forget, here we go again.
Well, you never-
Manly and Para after this one,
Of
Corey.
course, and what a showdown that's going to be on Super Saturday and Fox League. Well, you never say never, but they haven't suggested anything in this game that they've got that many points in 13 minutes. But we're in for a finish here.
Matautia has gone out there on the right edge, fresh legs. Mitch Barnett off after a sensational return to first grade.
Gagai's been terrific for South. Trying really hard, 181 run meters, 6 tackle breaks. Off a hat-trick of tries last week.
Second stint from Burgess has been handy too. Plays it near halfway. Sewer out the back. Johnston reels it in. Changes the point of attack to Walker. Keeping it alive at all costs right now, South Sydney. Murray does likewise. Johnston backing up. The fullback everywhere right now. Through Ponga's tackle.
Saifidi, try saver.
Could have thrown it to Totola, who would have been over. Cook off the back of it. Damien Cook. Here comes South Sydney. Back-to-back tries. Don't give up on the Bunnies.
Well, they've got to sniff South. Bit of energy, bit of momentum through the middle third. some second phase, throwing caution to the wind. Wonderful pass there from Cameron Murray, finds Johnston, hits the accelerator. Superb tackle from Saifidi. He couldn't double it up here on Cook though. And the skillful, fast little number 9 out of dummy half. Comes up with a try of his own as Reynolds takes another quick kick. It's game on, Speedy.
Game on. Who would have thought? 5 minutes ago, it looked like Newcastle were just closing this game out methodically, but Damien Cook and co have hit back. One more try in the next 5 minutes, and look out.
And a bit of caution to the wind. Walker, wide pass to Cam Murray, provides a late offload. Alex Johnston, Damien Cook, all their speed. Dane Gagai started it.
All the talk about these rule changes, the set restarts favouring Damien Cook and his style, and he's certainly coming to the boil in recent weeks, getting to grips with the new adjudication. And he was quick off the mark, wasn't he, with that try? Begging. South Sydney fans are right into this too. Self-isolating at this venue, but providing plenty of noise. Asking for a penalty. Told to get up is Cam Murray. Nichols going for that rare try. Reynolds. Walker, great read by the winger, jammed in and got him.
That's a superb tackle from Hymel Hunt.
Couldn't afford to let that pass get on the outside, so the Rabbitohs forced to kick from their own half off the back of those previous points. Spiralling ball, Kalen Ponga made sure of the take.
South Sydney really need to aim up here defensively.
Kasami Saulo has passed that HIA and he's back out there for Saifidi. Just want a bit more mobility in the middle, down the stretch.
Well, Saifidi was fatigued. He came up with a try, so Clemmer's come up with an error.
And they look to shift it immediately off the back of the Newcastle error. Corey Allen hunting back infield.
He's a super player, Cam Murray. Got up underneath Dave Clemmer, provided the pass for Alex Johnston as Burgess now rumbles down through the middle.
Here comes Junior. Tatola running right over Kalen Ponga. Sat him on his backside. Big line to the left. Walker. Oh, they had to go out the back. They keep on persisting with that line being run by the left back rower. It's not working. Burgess backs his way over and scores under the black dot with a show of strength. It's going to be a 2-point ball game with 9 to go. Can you believe it?
Have a try. Please confirm that he maintains possession and the ball touches the line.
Barnstorming run only moments ago from Burgess. Backs it up here. Does he get to the line?
Oh, loses it there. The little bobble and there as well.
George Burgess has lost possession of the ball. A knock on.
So close.
Well, Reynolds was about to put the ball on the kicking tee, but the try will not stand, and it'll be a 7-tackle set instead.
The game has flipped on its head. Up until 5 minutes ago, as we see no try.
Knock on the way to the grounding.
Nothing
Scrum 10 out.
from the South Sydney Rabbitohs suggests that they could score that many points in early succession like this.
That desperate hand.
Fitzgibbon's hand under there.
Just enough to jolt it free, and they deem it a knock-on in the field of play before that secondary knock-on in the in goal. So a 10-metre scrum.
There it is there. 83% of possession in the last 5 minutes. They've got 2 tries in that time.
Yeah, the Knights have only had 1 set in that sequence. Here's their second. Adam O'Brien breathed a huge sigh of relief when he saw that replay of Burgess's put down.
That walkie-talkie would have a fair squeeze on it, Speedy.
Ponga gets rid of Murray. Clemmer. Nichols confronts him. Not much go forward from Newcastle right now. How do they finish this set? SASA gives them some go forward. Pearce says, give it to me and we'll get out of here. Johnston has some room. He was electrifying the way he moved on that previous try in the build-up. And they've got Hame Sele back out there as Nichols makes way. Last 8 minutes, still need at least 2 scores, South Sydney. Sele straight into the action. Walker. Reynolds shows inside, doesn't go outside. Totola had to search for it. Pass was well out in front from Cook, but he made it work.
Good run.
Do they keep it in their hands? Walker on the outside, Gagai. And the kick is weighted nicely. Cook gets there again. South Sydney have scored again. And it will be a 2-point ball game with 6 to go. They'll check the onside, but it looked pretty good. What a kick it was back inside from the debutant, Jackson Paulo, with a try assist.
They can't take this one off him.
Have a try. Confirmed touchline, onside grounding.
Paulo kick on the inside. Does he put his foot into touch? No, that's play on.
Jackson Paulo stays in the field of play and kicks the ball. We're playing on. The South Sydney kick chasers are onside.
The kick was a beauty. Does Walker or Cook get there? Cookie beats him.
And Damien Cook grounds the ball in the in goal.
The movement from Dane Gagai was absolutely superb. We'll see it on the replay. Just able to catch the ball on the outside and provide his winger with some space.
First career double for Damien Cook. Adam O'Brien has seen enough. I think he might head down to the sideline. Judging by that reaction, he's filthy with what's gone on here in the last 10 minutes or so.
He can rush his kick here. It's important they go up in 6. We're seeing this replay here. Just watch the movements of Dane Gagai. Back into the centre 3/4 position. Walker here just catches on the out, just gets Tautau Moga, does him all hands up. Damien Cook in the last 5 or 6 minutes has been superb. Come up with a try, set 2 up.
Don't forget, we'll be straight to Manly against Para from Lottoland after this, but an epic finish coming up here. What about Jackson Paulo's footwork and the awareness to put it on the boot? I saw him practicing his kicks pre-game and I thought, surely he won't have to use the kicking game tonight, but he did, and he put it perfectly for Cook.
Well, 6 minutes 49 on the clock is an eternity. They have all the momentum, all the running of the football. He's been terrific in his second stint, Burgess.
Oh, mistake at the end of it all. Burgess says captain's challenge again in a hurry. Reynolds wastes no time, and the bunker called upon. South Sydney need it for momentum.
Lucky.
I've just cursed him.
South Sydney are challenging the decision of a knock-on.
He's been outstanding in his second stint, 144 run metres. He's provided all their go forward. I mentioned that someone had to stand up. He's done that. Does he come up with an error here?
They could get a penalty out of it, of course. There's 3 in the tackle from Newcastle. How does the ball come free? Still hasn't come free yet, so need to roll on a little. So many hands around the footy.
Well, there's none on it at the moment. Hard to see from that angle. I'm just going to go with a drop ball there from what we can see. Heavy contact off the kickoff. 3 in the tackle. Hard to tell, Speedy.
It's the work of SASA that's forced the ball free, but how did he do it? And you'd have to say these replays are inconclusive.
Yeah.
Do you keep your captain's challenge if it's inconclusive?
No.
You burn it.
going to say he's dropped the ball. It's just that there's no evidence there to suggest it's been stripped out. Not that I can see anyway. Having a good look at it.
On the evidence presented on all the angles available, we will support the live decision of the referee. Challenge is unsuccessful.
There was some anxiety being shown by SA out there. He thought it was going to go against him. Instead, it's a centre field scrum for Newcastle, and they need to score a try the way South Sydney are going, don't they?
Well, that's deflated the bubble right there. Interesting to see here what Newcastle do, whether they just play safety football, hand the ball over in the corner, ask the South Sydney Rabbitohs to come out, whether they build some pressure, whether they go for points.
Wait, hold out.
Ponga, whose goal kicking kept South Sydney in it. People were laughing when I said the Bunnies were in it when they scored their first try, Corey, but they kept on coming. Can Newcastle,
well, I was laughing,
open some breathing room? I sensed you a little sheepish there, and I said South Sydney were back in it.
Well, the turning point was for the game was the Totola captain's challenge.
SA trying to crash his way over. They're all screaming for it right-hand side. Ponga waits left. Pearce. Man, little bobble. And that cost him any chance to shift it. Pearce takes the line on. Moga for the corner, will be bundled into touch, and they're happy to give it over in that part of the field in the corner.
Yeah, not a bad place to hand the ball over as Dane Gogo looks to get things underway. It's amazing what momentum and confidence does. Defensively, that time the left-hand edge was up in their face, looking to play fast here now.
I mentioned they're poised on 999 losses as a club. They've only come back from 20 points down to win a game twice since 1908. Both in the 2000s, in 08 and 11. Can they do it again here? Walker, Murray. Again, they persist with trying to crack them. On that side, Cook out of dummy half. Brilliant. They're through. Walker. Desperate tackle from behind. Drags him down.
Andrew McCulloch in tackle number 53.
Cook, little kick. Off the knee, got the hands out of there, only just. And Newcastle had the ball back.
That's an outstanding play, Andrew McCulloch. 4 minutes remaining on the tackle. He's done 53 tackles, and he comes up with a play like this. They go down, they go through Walker off the back of a quick play ball. They've come up with an error.
Look at this field position for South Sydney. Newcastle can't afford to give away a penalty, unless it's a differential, of course, from the centre field scrum.
Got a challenge left, Jerry? Yeah, I got one. Newcastle?
One more captain's challenge.
Yeah, gives his team a little breather as well.
Clarkie.
On first inspection, I don't think they'll get much joy, but it's worth a throw at the stumps with 3.5 to go.
Well, what it's doing, it gives his team a little breather, reassess, take a deep breath.
The knee affects it, but it's not deliberate, so that's A-OK.
Hymel Hunt loses the ball in the tackle. The challenge by Newcastle is unsuccessful.
It's the right time to use it. His team's had a good breather, had a look at things.
Hypothetical, if Newcastle give away a differential penalty here and it's cynical, is it 10 in the bin time?
Well, that's up to the discretion of the referee.
Let's see what they do.
What he does there. We've got some Walker and Johnson out on this right-hand side, Gagai to the left.
They kept their discipline. Walker steps around a couple. Dragged to the ground. And South Sydney cap off a quite remarkable comeback. 20-0 down. 20 minutes ago.
Oh, good feet.
Armey nearly skipped his way through. Cook. Walker steps off the left. Oh, where did that defence come from?
Barnett.
There were two to greet him. Right on the try line. Murray. He's upended. Final play. Cook finds his halfback. Reynolds kicks in behind. Ponga gets there and he's back in the field of play and ducks under the high shot from Roberts.
That's a wonderful play from Kalen Ponga, who was involved in 3 of the tackles earlier, got on his bike to get across for his team to clean up the ball. They'll get another opportunity here, South.
Listen to that chant of the Newcastle fans. The acoustics at Bank West are off the charts. That's about 300 fans providing that noise. Kick on the last. Pearce, little bobble. Able to get it away, but Johnston should be right on the front foot. He'll use his winger. Jackson Paulo with a try assist and a good run. Back to the 40. This is the set when it has to come.
Well, they've had some success going to Murray off a quick play of the ball, and then Walker and Cook go off it. Let's see what they got.
Setting up for a strike on that left-hand side where they were so effective under Seabold. What can they do under Bennett here? Now they shift it to Johnston. Gagon. And they were ready and waiting for him. Burgess is tired. Finds a little bit of energy there to play it on the last now. Quickly. Johnston, where to? Has to force it to Murray. Cook has to do likewise. Pass hits the deck. Walker, how's the kick? Ponga should get out again, and that'll just about do it for Newcastle.
Kalen Ponga again, tracking the ball across, comes up with a play for his team. He gets a lot of raps, Kalen Ponga, for what he does with the ball, but what he does off the ball as well is equally as good.
Getting through these tackles in a hurry, they might just get the ball back for one Hail Mary. They'll be looking to find touch, of course. Mitchell Pearce, the game manager, moves into position to drive this one into touch. Or does he just take territory? Pearce does kick for touch, and South Sydney have to pack their side of the scrum in about 5 seconds flat.
O'Brien's off.
Have to stop the clock here. South Sydney stand by. Can they do it in time? They're going to get one play. No, not on the right mark. What does Atkins say?
Mate, I'll tell you
it's
what,
full time. They're on the wrong mark.
You're not packing it up there.
And that is the end of the ball game. Controversy at the end of it all.
On the mark. Mate.
Reynolds wanted his team to pack their side of the scrum and stop the clock with a second or two remaining, but they were 5 metres in advance of where Pearce found touch, and Newcastle hold on by 2 points in the end. They nearly coughed it up, but Kalen Ponga was clutch at the end, retrieving the ball in his own end goal a couple of times. What an epic game on your Super Saturday. Here's the finish, Corey. You can see where it finds touch, 37 out. They tried to pack the scrum, 30 out.
Oh, it's heartbreaking, isn't it? The referee is right. He pointed to the mark. They were off the mark. There was only seconds remaining. An outstanding fight back from South Sydney, just falls short.
Superhuman effort. Newcastle dominant early. Back came South Sydney, and it finishes in a 2-point cliffhanger. Full time at Bank West after an epic. Newcastle 20, South Sydney 18.